Good afternoon.
Afternoon or evening, people.
Yeah, we got the two gentlemen down the bottom with headsets, so ground control. No, ATC. Wayne looks like he's lost. Ground control to Major Wombat.
Oh. Get rid of that sound.
Well, that's usually me.
Are you there, Wombat?
Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I'm here. I've just got problems with headphones.
Okay. Sound like you drank some sandpaper as well.
Yeah, that's why I keep it simple.
What, Galloway?
Hey?
Galloway, he's talking about my
Galloway pipe.
Oh yeah, he's talking about my weakness.
Yeah, go for a painting. Hey, buddy.
James.
Welcome.
Oh, sorry, Daniel.
Hey, go for it.
And how's your rain going down there, Bilge?
Mate, it's clear and sunny today. We had a few showers and that's it. Creek's high, but it's down to its normal high level. I spent yesterday repairing electric fences to the point of where I don't want to repair anymore, just in case we get more rain. And it's just a matter of hurry up and wait and see what the weather does.
Okay, Jim. Hey, Gilly. Hang on.
Oh, here's trouble. Gilly's about.
Let me go up here. Jim, if you're ready, jump on. And MTG, jump on, Gilly.
Yeah, go on, Gil. We can't get
possibly go wrong.
Yeah, Jim, I think Gilly's got himself sorted, so that's awesome. And Jim, jump on, mate. Click those links. We are waiting for modelers like you to come into our life.
Hoi, hoi.
Magic dance. How do you move that mouse? Very good. So, besides having nothing else to do, young Paul, you've done well, mate.
Yeah, it came out well, but I'm not a fan of it.
Well, it's not a pan, it's an airplane.
No, I wasn't a fan of the build.
Okay, what you did, just the quality of the build, or
no, it turned out all right, but just putting it together. Considering the last aircraft I built was the SR-71. I've got used to building big aircraft.
Okay.
And cars.
Well, yeah. I think we should, once we're all done here, we'll just move on to a car.
As long as it's not a London bus.
No, we don't want that in our lives now, do we?
What car, Jace?
Mate, I think it should be just modeller's choice. No, just modeller's choice. And I'm going
to build the VC.
I'm looking at that one.
I'm just weighing up my options with that stack there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's showing off.
I've only got one car kit left, and I've been holding off on it for a good reason to build it.
Well, what car kit don't you have? What about I send you one?
No,
I've got a
because
few.
there's
I've got a
only
few
one
hundred.
car kit. Well, actually, there's two I really want to build, but there's one I've got in the stash. It's a certain Commodore from a certain Australian fabricator
Yeah.
that I've been holding off on and holding off.
Oh, look at him just put that in your face. Whack. That's a backhander.
Hey, it's die cast.
I don't care what it's cast. It's it's Brock's Commodore. Big banger. Thanks for coming.
See you at the finish line.
Hang on, we got Jimmy's here.
Got those two to go,
Very
Jace.
nice. Very nice, mate. Shame they're bored there, but what can you do? Oh, you're going all out there, Paul, with the Tirana.
Not yet.
Good
I'm
morning.
thinking about it.
Welcome, buddy. Hey, mate. What's that, bud?
Am I coming across?
Up your volume a bit, mate, on your mic or whatever, because you're a bit.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can, but you're a bit light. Up your volume on your mic, mate. Yeah, that'll do. Paul?
Okay.
Okay.
We can go with the other two.
Yeah, and so, Jim, have you finished your ME109?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we're thinking about once
He
we
works for a living. He's not a sir.
Hold on. Let me get my computer over by my work thing.
what we're thinking about is for the next build, we'll do a car. Pick a car, any car.
Okay.
I'll just blend over and pick one up. So I'm going to be doing that.
I'm getting a delay of some sort. Hold on. Let me see if I can figure this out on my end, guys. I'm hearing it twice.
Yeah, turn your YouTube off.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. If you got two speaker systems going at once, you'll get an echo.
Okay, now I got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
You all right?
Yeah. One thing I can't be mistaken for is knowing what I'm doing when it comes to being on live chat or working with software. Never.
Oh, don't worry. I'm
Anyway.
just a stoker. You're probably more advanced than I am.
Yeah, welcome. That's all I can say. Welcome to the, you're amongst people who are the same level.
Yeah.
How was everyone's Easter holiday?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, pretty good. Plenty of chocolate lying around. So, yeah.
Ah, okay.
I can't
Well,
remember.
my sister made a big ham and went over to her house and had plenty of food. So it was a good time. She lives
That's
in
a winner.
Chicago. I live about 40 miles outside of the city in a pretty quiet town that I've been here about 5 years now. So when I say Jim from Chicago, it's because that's where I'm from, and it's about 40 miles is close enough. So if
About
I said
80K.
if I said Oswego, you might
50
say,
miles, 80k buff. So he's like 70 odd k out.
Yeah, I said 80K. So,
yeah.
All 50 miles, 80k.
there.
Don't confuse him.
Don't make me choose words.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. I'll be right
I
back.
used to
I'll be
drive
right
an old banger that was 50 in miles per hour, so I know my speed limits.
Wombat.
Yeah.
I've got that restorations for you. Hopefully he's sleeping because I told him, don't jump on the live stream at 3 a.m. in the morning. It's just not common sense.
That's fair call.
Yeah, I said, well, I told you that this morning. So, all you other gentlemen up there, Bilge and Paul, to get this restorations for you guy on next week, I was thinking around about saying a 10:30 or an 11 o'clock start here, and that gets him about 8:30 at night over there.
Copy
Yeah.
that.
And
Oh,
that'd be
you-
good for you too, Jim, as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I appreciate that, but strange as this may sound, being a retiree, being up at this time, it's not it's not unusual for me. since I'm not working anymore, I've lost all regimentation of sleep schedule. So
Well, it hasn't affected your hair growth.
no. I love the bald look. So get a lot of ladies to be the same approval. So.
You and Wombat, dead set twins. Peter Garrett Lovechilds. But so if we can say if we do it 11 o'clock next week, because he's got a family as well, and he can't be waking them up at 3 o'clock in the morning and doing live stream. Probably not good. But he's got a lot of questions for us that he wants to ask as modelers of us. And I'm like, I wouldn't be asking advice from us.
No, God no.
That's like asking Stevie Wonder for driving lessons. I mean, seriously.
Well, little tidbits here and there go a long way.
Oh,
Especially
it was
over
really
wide
nice.
spectrum
He's saying,
of modelling.
I watched your videos and that, and I see all the skills and that. I'd like to know some more. I'm like, geez, you bad eyesight as well. But
Well, you could just call the stream Just Ask Jim.
yeah, just ask Jim.
Okay, I'll do my best to answer. That's for sure.
The whole point of it is, for him to be able to ask us questions, but for us to meet him, like you guys to meet him, we're up to Zoom at 2 o'clock this morning. So,
okay, yeah. If you guys want to start earlier, that's okay with me. I've got you, Jason, your channel on notifications all the time. So whatever you do that pops up, I'll get the heads up for. So that's
so this one and Aussie Scale Modeler.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Hey, man.
Well,
5 seconds.
yeah, exactly. Aussie Scale Modeler, and then through that your Spitfire
Aussie Modelers Live, yeah.
on my notification. So yeah, I'm ready anytime. So that's
awesome.
gonna be fine. What time is it there anyway? I know Peter is 12 hours ahead of me in Thailand. How far are you guys ahead?
Almost
So,
quarter past 5 for me.
Quarter past
same,
what?
5:15.
Five.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill just 5:15, mate, not 4:15.
He said 5.
I thought he said 4. But he's off his chops.
17:12 to be precise.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you guys are 15 hours ahead of me. It's 12 after 2 a.m. here.
Yeah.
Australia's always been ahead of America. Dude.
I agree. All right, hold on. I'm gonna give the camera a tilt, and you guys can see what I did on my modeling bed. Wow, nice doggies. Nice doggies. I'm a sucker for a dog. Okay, hold on, mate.
Did you watch this guy on YouTube? He's just come over he's just got to Sydney or whatever. He's been there a few days. He's African American. He's like, why can't America learn from Australia?
I asked my same question myself when I'm in on chats from Australia and from the UK. When it comes to a lot of things regarding the way of life in America, as opposed to, well, you don't have to worry about going to the shopping mall and having some guy loose an AR-15 at you because he's angry at the world. That's you guys may remember one or two events that you'll never forget, and everybody got together and decided to do something about it. Here in America, I can't tell you how many times I've heard mass shooting, one after another on either the radio or the television. It's almost like the weather. You know what's going to happen today. So that's one of the things I definitely admire about both the UK and Australia is you guys got together on that stuff and put a clamp.
We do have a standing joke in Australia. What's the shortcut to Hobart? Shoot through Port Arthur.
Port Arthur. No, wait a minute. The Port Arthur I'm thinking of is the one up in China.
Tasmania.
There was a mass shooting in Port Arthur in Tasmania, and that's probably our one big like event.
Yeah.
That,
Milpera?
like, you're so
yes.
used to it, but for
That was a
us,
good
it's a
day.
big shocking event.
Well, you see, in here in the States, the root of it is a lot of things, but one of them is, from my observation being here, is that there's no relationship or community, or I should say, any kind of working relationship between community, police, and government. Everything's divided. Everybody's got an opinion or offended about this, that, or the other thing. So there's no unity. When it comes to something like what I just mentioned, it's like, well, what are you going to do? And then you just shrug your shoulders and people move on until the next time it happens. And then the outrage comes, and then there's call for gun laws. Another thing is, a few months back, Jason, you showed some photos of you on a motorbike, and you had a helmet on, and I mentioned that, and you said helmet laws are nationwide there in Australia. Here in the States, it's helmet laws are state by state. And where I'm at, in Illinois, there is no helmet law. So it seems like here in the States, it's such a desire for individual freedoms that the collective, as far as like rule of law and working together on making, learning from our errors and making life a little bit better for the community at large, is just not there. Everybody's just too concerned about their own worries and their own wants, and they're going to scream at the top of their voices to get to be heard.
Toys out of the car.
I'm thinking the world must shake their head at us stupid Americans, say, what the hell's going on over there? I don't know, but that's what I like about places like Australia and the UK. You guys had your moments. You got together and said, no more of this. And, I'm looking at it from the outside as a foreigner. I don't know all the details of it, but, to me, it just seems like, there's a little bit more observance for community and how everyone exists together in your nation. So I'm sorry. I'm too much.
And
sorry.
I can't speak for the nation, mate, but I know the boys might back me up. We're not good with idiots.
Well, then you got a lot of them here in America.
Yeah, but we'll say, hey.
We tend to, like Buff will back me up as well on this. We tend to tell it how it is, and excuse the language, but I'm going to drop it. If you're a fuckwit, we'll tell you.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
But we will say it in the nicest possible way.
Yeah.
You are a fuckwit. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't beat around the bush.
Well, that's exactly right. Nobody here, and it's getting a little bit off bad, but nobody here is backward and coming forward. If you want to be an idiot, a dickhead, whatever, we'll say, mate, you're a dickhead. What are you doing? Pull your head in. And that person will either tell you to piss off, or they'll say, yeah, no, mate, you're good, and I'll sort myself out. We don't go, oh, no. Oh, yeah. Look.
Well,
we're from the school where if you got a problem, you go out the back of the woodshed, you sort it out, you shake hands, it's done and
Buy each
dusted.
other a beer.
Yeah, well, what we might have here in America is you go out and fight, and then the other guy comes back with his weapon and goes looking to even the score. It's like two guys who fight in a sporting match. They maybe exhaust their frustration out right there, and then, like you said, shake hands and everything's over. You step outside the stripes, and it's back to everyday life. Some people just want to go looking to even the score and have that last say of whatever it may be, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I got wandering off the topic. We're talking about models and models.
No, that's understandable.
Wait, mate, we're talking about everything.
Thing.
That's the thing. That's what this channel's about.
That's the civilian world too. See, like Buff will back me up on this too. When it comes to the military side of things, you guys were there for us when it come down to the crunch in the late 40s.
But you got a lot of us shot in the 60s.
Yeah, but we were still honouring our, you helped us, we'll help you.
Yeah, but
that's how it is. That's how it is down here.
You help them
You
out.
help me, I'll help you.
Well, I'll tell you what. General MacArthur was no fan of the Australian Army or the effort they made.
he's a wanker, that bloke. He was dead set.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm no fan. I'm no fan of MacArthur and his history of relations with anybody but himself. You know, I mean, he would be a great politician in modern day America because he's completely above self-reflection and introspection. He has just absolutely no understanding of the phrase "I messed up, I'm sorry." Just not it wasn't in his vocabulary. I mean, anyone that's gonna tell his commander in chief, no, I'm going to go ahead and keep running my operations as I see it as a military officer, and screw you, you know, and piss up the chain of command. You know, he's a guy that's got to be replaced. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
You're right, mate. Joe Biden would be good at self-reflection if he could just remember who his name was.
I'll tell you, this you know, I'm pretty apolitical when it comes to you know, being involved in the mess. In fact, it depresses me the more I look at it. You just turn on any political program here in the States, and it's not debate, it's not discussion, it's anger at the top of your voice, and it's just noise. You know, one guy said that right. It's just noise. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. Shit, I forgot what I was saying. I don't know.
You're apolitical.
It doesn't matter because.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah, to know an Australian.
Yes, sir.
To know an Australian is to know roughly where we come from, and that is like even Paulie will tell you right now. His family goes back to the First Fleet.
Yeah, we didn't come here by choice.
Literally dumped here and left to fend for ourselves. So we learnt to stand on our own 2 feet and fight for ourselves. So,
oh yeah, right. I mean, yeah. You mean the beginnings of Australia? Yeah, it was there was a penal colony, right? Is that
that's
what?
right?
Yep.
And I always refer to it as the penis colony.
Well, you are the cock of Australia.
I think we had this talk last time. Yeah.
But anyway, so what is on your bench at the moment, mate?
Okay, hold on one moment. I'm going to give the camera a twist because I have no sophisticated cameras or anything like that.
You're right, mate. You're right.
Right through my.
Or do I, Jim? You're right. Go for it.
And we got to. I'm going to either leave you, mob, in charge, because at 5 to 6, I'm out of here.
It's only a football game.
There's breathing and there's Parramatta.
There you go. Maybe the box cover shall help you. There it is.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's an old Hasagawa Maki C202 full glory. I bought it
very nice
for $10, and I'm in the midst of building this because I'm trying to clear this before I get what I'm going to start next. And I'll be right back. I'll show you the box cover. Give me a moment, please.
Yeah, you're right, mate.
You're right, Jim.
So, Wombat, you legend.
Yeah.
Out of what have you any idea what you're going to build car-wise?
Come
on.
I'm tossing up. I've got 3 Nissan Skyline GTRs that I want to do up as the Australian Nissans from the supercars, or the Group C before that.
Yeah.
But I've also got a Subaru Impreza, a WRC, and a Mitsubishi Lancer 5 WRC that I want to do up in. I've got Winfield decals and do them up in the Winfield liveries. So it might be one of those 2.
Right. So
I'm leaning towards the Scooby.
Did I set you that Scooby paint, didn't I?
No.
Right.
So
Can you
3 paper or 4 paper?
So that's the one I'm looking at doing.
What year's that one?
That's the 98, but I'll be doing it up. Give me a sec. I'll just grab the decals.
Oh, wait up. Here we go. Paulie's going to drag something off the shelf.
Oh, Gilly's back. Oi.
Hello,
Welcome
guys.
to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Leave me alone.
Nothing anonymous about us.
But did you want some WRC blue?
Yeah, I do. I've got because I got another one there that I want to actually do in the the Scooby colours, but this one I'm actually going to do as the Winfield livery.
Oh, very good.
So
Yeah,
I might
nice.
actually send you through a code, Jace. I don't know whether you've got something that might match the Winfield.
Yeah, I
red.
can make it.
Cool. I
And-
think I've tracked down the
You can
colour.
make
So
Nice.
What's that,
Paul.
Paulie?
That's the Scooby.
Is that die cast?
No,
No.
What did you
that's
paint
your
that with?
paint. Outlaw.
It's fucking awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, and painted this one with Outlaw.
You got to put them up close, mate. You're so far away from that camera. Oh, look at the tension build. Woo!
got the slow zoom
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, look at him go. Yeah, he zoomed
Is
in
that
too
one?
far.
Oh, God, technology.
God. A little bit more, a little bit. Yeah, whoa.
Perfect. You got it. Perfect framing.
That's Outlaw.
Is that a 3-papery or a 4-papery Scooby?
That's Outlaw. Everything else is Outlaw.
Well, Gilly, I was on, and Bilge, I was on Got Fuels or whatever.
Yep.
And who are we missing?
Bilge.
Gilly's gone.
He had the
Where's
bottles
Gilly
running.
gone?
Yeah, that's because I just ran aground.
Yeah, what was it? Got Fuels or what was it?
Yeah, got fuel Brian from Got Fuels Models.
Yeah, so I got on there and just talking. They're going nuts, bro. They as soon as it hits high altitude, good God, he'll be out of it. And
Yeah, better start making the next order now.
well, that's I think what's got to happen. It's yeah, and I had Hobby's Warehouse, I think, model warehouse or whatever, Modeler's Warehouse in Queensland. I'm sitting on the lounge just wondering how I go become a distributor, a retailer. I went, okay.
Oh, by the way, speaking about that, Jason, I did go to what's his name, Rob, the man in Arkansas. He was going to be for you and Icky Sticky's U.S. outlet.
Yep.
Yeah, nice stuff. I checked out his shipment. He got the samples of the paint you gave him and the stuff that Sticky sent him. And yeah, it's a lot of good things there. I like the variety of the glues and all the tools and everything. So I'm definitely going to give his inventory a look-see once he gets everything established.
Well, he's got all the Icky Sticky stuff, so I'd get hold of that now because he can do the pre-order on it for you.
Right. Yes.
And he's got to get a few pre-orders by the end of the month for mine. So yeah, he'll be
okay.
If you could do a pre-order with him now, because he's got it all up in at the end of this month, I'll be making it and shipping it over.
Okay.
But I need, as I told him, I need weekly count of what colours, so I know what has to be made and boxed.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I said, it's great to have a U.S. distributor for that. Saves a lot of money on the post, for sure, and time. You know. Speaking of which, I got my next project coming up.
Oh, good,
and this
Gilly.
is it.
Oh, the F14.
Yep. This is the one with the carrier deck. They give you the launch set and everything. Let's see if I can get it in the picture right. Yeah.
Another kit.
Yeah, that's
48.
I'm sorry?
48 or 72nd?
Yes, sir. 48 scale. Yes, sir. It's I got this from the Models for Heroes auction during their 48 weekend. And it was in the American auction group. And boy, I'll tell you, we know how to spend money here. I was obsessed about getting that model, and I just kept one up in this. It wound up between me and one other man, and I pushed the number to a limit, and I was expecting him to go one more. If he had bid just $1 more more than me, I would have just said, "Okay, yours, it's all yours, friend." But he didn't, so I was like, "Okay, it's mine." And I love it. I just got it Wednesday, and I took a look through it, and I love the Tomcat. It's one of my favorite jets. And second, it's a beautiful model. It's state of the art to me. So for me, I can't go wrong with that. That's a good combination. So yeah, after I finish that Italian plane, I'm working on the Mach-E. I'm going to start on this, and because it's
you got to start a car as well, mate.
Well, that's what I was asking. A car. Now, could it be a military vehicle, or does it have to be civilian?
Civilian.
Okay, all right. Then I'll have to go out and find myself a model. I am. Oh no, wait. I know. Hold on. I know. I've got a couple of old Tamiya kits hanging around.
Where are they? Get them out. Go get them.
Well, they're buried in my stash. If I was to step away, I think I'd be gone a half an hour. So
we will see you back here in 29.
I was about to say, I'll race you. You go get your kit, and I'll walk to my shack, and I'll go get the kit I'm going to build.
Yeah, mine's in my closet right next to me here, so I'd have to.
I've got a 1,600 meter walk to get my kit and come back.
Well, I've actually whittled down my stash quite a bit because despite my beautiful youthful looks, I'm going to turn 60 later this year, and I only got so many good years left.
You're only
You're a baby.
I'm sorry. When? What month? August. August the 17th is my birthday.
Okay.
Cool. So
you're only
60.
6 plus 0 equals 6.
Pardon me?
6 plus 0 equals 6.
Okay. Well, my doctor years ago told me, hey, this is when I was turning 40. He said 40 is the new 30. And I was like, okay, I'm 30 years, so I guess I'm turning 50 this year.
Well, I got told you're only as young as a woman you feel, so I'm under 50.
I told you that one, Buff, because my old boy told me that.
I like that one. I got to remember that. It's a good one. Yeah. Get my face slapped. I say that around here.
Yeah, see. But so we next probably about 3 weeks, and we'll all start this car kit. Paul will probably have built about 10 by then.
I'll try and finish off the second Spitfire.
Yeah, I'm only doing one. Stop. Like, somebody said, "Oh, you haven't gone too far," and I'm like, "No."
Oh, there it is. I was going to ask how you guys are coming along on your Spitfires individually. Jason, what are you going to do yours up as? I mean, markings wise.
I am. Where am I? I am.
That's all masked up on the underside.
Right. Looks good. Is that camo freehand, or did you do it with like a blue tack or something like that to divide the color?
Worms.
Blue tack?
Worms.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's what you meant by worms.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Mark.
Wow. Beautiful. Look at that. Now that
Mark
looks nice.
Chop.
And all of them are Australian. I love that. There's not enough. For me, when I look at modeling the community worldwide, which I can now, and it really, really is fun. Look where I'm at. Anyway, get back to my point. Not enough Australian marking equipment, whether it's your own stuff like a Wearaway or a Boomerang or a Fighter or a Spitfire. Not enough stuff in Australian markings. So
pretty much
you're
90% of my kit
on the box cover. Beautiful. I love that one. That's the one I want to make. Yeah, love that.
Pretty much 90% of my model kit, my military model kits I build are ADF.
Yeah, I'm the same build. It's either going to be Aussie or Kiwi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right. Yeah. Well, in the UK,
I've got can't even think of it. A PBY. I've got a Grumman Growler. I've got a Black Hawk. In the stash, I've got a Phantom, an F111. Both the Phantom and the F111 are 132, so I'm yet to build them. So once I get out of these 148, I'm moving into 132s.
excuse me a second. You said a 32nd scale F-111. Are you gonna get another shed for that when it's done? Because
It's going to be a big bird, Bilge.
yeah, damn right it is.
Bragging,
look at-
and the Phantom's going to be a big bird.
Oh, yeah.
Gilly's back.
Oh, nice look at the stash. I love those Spitfires, by the way. They were awesome.
Of course.
Oh.
They're Spitfires.
Paulie's got a museum.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab mine. I'll be right back. It's an old EDuard kit.
What are you up to, mate? You burning the midnight oil, Gilly?
Bugger it, Buff. I'm going to go grab the VC. I'll run as fast as I can.
Gilly, you there?
Mark 8.
Ah,
Right.
very nice.
Yep, it's the
Grey Nurse.
great. Yes. Now let me ask you a question. I've seen so many Spitfires with the name Gray Nurse on. Was that some standard name or character or something like that the Aussies used on their airplanes? Because I've seen a lot of Spitfires with different code letters on the fuselage, painted up with the name Gray Nurse on the nose. Was that something common, or was that
It was a whole squadron.
Okay. Yeah.
And the Grey Nurse is
Is it?
a shark in Australia.
Right. Yeah. The nurse shark, the gray nurse is an Australian species. Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know why they use Grey Nurse, because the Grey Nurse isn't really a man eater. Like might get a nibble, but they're not prone to chomp you in half.
Oh well, that's okay. I mean, maybe because it's gray
Right.
airplane, gray up on top, gray on the bottom, with a little green in there. It's got that European camouflage pattern on it. But this,
We're going to paint a white nose on him, Jason.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
this one's a beauty. I've got another Spitfire that I'm going to do in Australian markings. It's an even older kit. It's that brand that I showed you my Messerschmitt that I just finished last week. Matter of fact, I can get that one out too. But the brand Otaki. I mean, that's an old Japanese company from the 70s. And I have most of their kits that they produced in the mid 70s, a whole fighter series, and one of them's a Spitfire Mark 8. I fell in love with that when I was a kid because of the pointed rudder. That's my favorite. This is my favorite Spitfire variant right there. I could build Mark 8s and Mark 9s all day.
I could just have Spitfires flying around in my dreams all night. I don't care which one they are.
Well, you know what? With Qatari making those early Spitfires, the newest one they're doing is the early Mark 1 with the flat canopy. That's really got my interest perked on building older early version Spitfires, because they got those crazy underside markings for air observation of the black port wing, white starboard wing with sky or aluminum, the rest of it.
Yeah, that was the friend in 5. That's the Otaki Mark 8.
Yeah, there you go. Yep, there it is. An oldie but a goodie. I'll tell you what. Those kits. I like making those old models. I really do. And I bought them so many years ago, and I'm determined to build them. So I'm definitely gonna work on that one sometime soon. But hey, there's how many things I can tell you I'm working on sometime soon.
Yeah.
So.
Have a look at Bilge's paint rack. It's just all outlaw. It's just a big towel over it all.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I can't sing the praises enough about Outlaw Paint. I mean, it didn't take me long to realize how good that stuff is. So it's great stuff, Jason.
And
go ahead.
yeah,
Yes.
Wayne's got to build shelves for his soon.
Yeah, hang on. I'll give you a quick demo of what my paint rack looks like. Hang on, I'll just switch camera.
And Paul's got to do his.
So at the moment, there's Outlaw there, and then more Outlaw over there.
Yeah, you got 100 and whatever bottles.
113, I think it is.
Very
and
nice.
there's still
Yeah,
Outlaw
right.
over water too, Jace. So.
Very nice. Very nice. Look, that's great paint. I mean, you talk about pour it in the airbrush and spray it. That's what it is. Very low maintenance, very easy to just put it in, paint it, and move on. It's great stuff.
Low maintenance, high quality.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's tough as nails too. I mean, when I painted my P40 with that, I painted a sample of of that color, your olive drab. I painted that on some sheet plastic, and I gave it the tape test. Get some neat tape, put it on it, give it the peel, and it's rough, it's tough, it's good stuff. I love it. It's what painting should be, which is simple, straightforward, so you can move on to something else.
Yep.
All right,
I need more training.
Where's your kid? Oh, you're going to do it, are you? Yeah, I got that one. So what are you going to do, Paul?
Peugeot. The 206 WRC.
Yeah, we agreed on that. And Wombat, we agreed with you doing what?
I'll do that 98 Subaru.
All right, what are you going to do, Gilly? You going to do a car? Yep, okay.
Take that
We
as a
can't
no,
hear
Gil.
you. You're not speaking, Gilly. No noise. No. No noise. So yeah, I've got 14 minutes to go because as we all know, the Eels are playing.
Well, I'll give you a sneak peek because there's only been a few photos circulating of the Hobby Barn tribute build, which is this.
Oh, nice. The 56 Impala?
Del Rey.
Oh, okay. Looks beautiful.
And James is going to do a Mark IV Supra.
That's the front end. But the bit that I've been concentrating on at the moment is...
Sorry, Bill, I'm just watching Wombat as well, and he just amazes me how he just... What, do you tick everything off when you go for a shit as well, Wombat?
Yeah.
Looks nice. Looks nice. What kid is that?
It is a crappy Revell.
That's the dual kit.
Chevrolet Del Rey.
Okay, yeah. I'm guessing that mold goes back probably to the 70s or so. My brother was a big automobile, trucks and cars model builder. When we were kids, we're talking 50 plus years ago. He was a master of the spray can. We didn't have airbrushes back. We were too young for him. Anyway, he could take one of those old Revel kits and he could make the thing look like it was painted by an auto painter. He just had a gift for that. So those old.
I went from brush painting to what we call down here is pressure pack, or you call them a spray can.
Can.
I spent a week on this engine bay just trying to get this fragging radiator support panel right, and I'm kind of the point where I'm like, bugger it, I'm just going to shoot it and we'll put some color on it and get this thing buttoned up.
Yeah, I mean those old kits are pretty basic, and the older those molds get, the rougher they're going to look when you go to like a Hobby Lobby or a big retail hobby shop and get a new copy of it, because they're still pumping out copies of stuff that I saw on hobby shelves here in America when I was a kid. When I was 8-9 years old, they were new then.
So what was it like in the 20s?
Well, everything was black and white. I mean, like I tell people,
Did you spray in black and white in your car?
Yep. What, like I tell people, I tell them, I said, hey kid, when I was your age, rainbows were black and white. So don't talk to me about the old days. I got you.
I tell my kids, I said, oh, look, when I built my first pyramid.
My first color TV was green.
Yeah,
We went from black and white to a green TV because all the other colors were fragged out on it.
Yeah.
To get the hand-downs.
Yeah.
But this firewall, the firewall I've actually got in this body is supposed to be mounted to the interior tub.
Okay.
I don't like doing that because I want to shoot my engine bay all in one.
All right.
That's a part of the reason why it took me a whole entire week of dry fitting, lining shit up, and
No,
And
I'm
then-
changing my mind, boys.
yeah.
I'm changing mine.
Oh, here we go.
You got to do the Firebird,
Oh, the old Racer X. Oh no, I'm sorry, Mach 5.
Mach 5.
Mach 5. Yep. I can't tell you how many afternoons I ran home from school to watch Speed Racer in the early '70s. I still know the lyrics of the theme, so that was
Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer.
Go Speed Racer. Yep. Yeah, don't.
Looks like I'm the only one here going to be doing a real car then.
Followed by na 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 na.
Banana splits. Oh my God. Yeah. Just tonight I was on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I came across a whole bunch of cartoons I remember watching when I was a kid. All this superhero stuff. These old 1960s Marvel comic.
What about Jackie Race?
What about Danger Mouse and Roger Ramjet and Mr. Magoo?
Mr. Magoo, I remember that.
What
Yeah,
about
Danger
Penelope
Mouse.
Pitstop?
Wasn't Danger Mouse British? Was that a
Yes.
British
Yes.
cartoon?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of that until I was like in my 20s and in the 80s. I didn't see it when I was a kid because we didn't. The only British or foreign television I got to watch was on my local PBS station, Public Broadcasting. And they would show old British programs like Monty Python, The Prisoner, Doctor Who, Dave Allen at Large, The Goodies,
Yes.
Two Monties,
Oh, the Goonies.
all that stuff.
Goodies, not the Goonies.
No.
Yep. And so when I was going to grammar school, next day, all we'd be talking about is like, did you see that part in the Monty Python yesterday where you saw the girl's boobies? So that was all big stuff to us when we were 9-10 years old. My mom didn't want me watching that. That was on late Sunday nights. I'd stay up past my bedtime to see it.
Check the rack on that. That's what it was.
There's some lovely muck down here.
But,
So anyway,
so that's my choice, boys. I'm going to do the Mark 5.
So I like I said, I've got a couple of Tamiya kits. Are you guys going to be on next week, same time? I'll have them ready to display by then.
No, we're going early.
We're doing earlier next week.
Right, early next week. That's fine. Yeah, like I said, that'll help me out. That's great. I appreciate it.
So
But hold on a second. I'm gonna give you a little spin of my other workbench. I'll be right. Just follow me as I give you like a magical mystery tour.
Oh,
7 minutes.
Hopefully the
I've gotta
light.
leave this.
Hopefully the light will show what I'm doing.
body.
Can you guys see that clearly?
We can.
Yeah, that's my. There it is.
Tiger Mark 1.
Yeah, it's my Dragon kit, and I wanted to build one, and man, oh man, no wonder the Germans lost the war. All the freaking wheels and complicated assembly on that thing. It's incredible for the model. I couldn't imagine making or working on the real thing.
Look at that for a body.
Oh, that's nice. What's that?
That's a Holden Commodore,
That
mate.
is
Don't
a
you fucking get-
VC Australian Commodore.
Holden Commodore.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta look. Yeah, I got to look up these cars. I'm not too familiar with a lot of British and Australian and
Look at these.
vehicles. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. Hey, Jason, I just wanted to mention that I've been watching your friend, the slot car guy. He's got a incredible collection. What What an amazing variety of
Jack,
scales.
didn't he make those die-cast Matchbox cars for you?
Yep, these have been these are Hot Wheels cars that were shaved down and changed into that model.
Nice. That looks great. That is really cool. I like that.
That's a Holden Commodore VF. Yep.
No.
That is a
This.
VF. No,
That's
I'm
a
just
Commodore.
saying these are Belgian, not bad.
No, these old girls.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one and the one that I own in my shed, parked right there, they're real Commodores.
Gilly, speak.
Commodore,
Paulie's Commodore is nice,
Hello,
but
how's it going? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah, got you, Gilly.
yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I have to go to back to my phone here.
All good, bud.
All good.
Just
5
in
minutes,
time
boys.
to,
You guys are just going to have to keep
My
going.
Commodore is powered by a Chev.
What's that?
My Commodore is powered by a Chev. That's what Bilge is going on about.
Mm.
now, is Commodore the name of the car or the name of the manufacturer that makes the car?
The name of the car.
Okay.
Name of the car.
Okay.
It is Shittle Abbey or Yank Tanks.
I'm
They're
sure it
still
will.
built by General Motors, but it's what we call it down here is GMH, which is General Motors Holden.
Okay.
So they're still basically a Chev, but they're just the Australian better version of the Chev.
It turns both directions.
Yeah. and it's not 20 foot wide.
Yeah. Well,
Shorter.
it's funny, and in the 50s and 60s and into the mid 70s here in America, was how big can you build it? And then after the gas crisis in 73, 74, when OPEC put the vice to the nuts of America, I remember being with my dad waiting in line to get gas with his big station wagon. And after that, everything shrunk down. The late 70s, you had all kinds of little small cars. They went economic. They were trying to the EPA clamped down and required more environmentally controlled, emissions control stuff on engines. It was a disaster. There were some terrible designs in the late 70s, just awful things. And then now, after the turn of the century, now everyone's driving Humvees and big trucks.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, some of those things look so big. I'm guessing they have their own fuel tanks in the back that they can just run off of. It's
that's
like,
just that's to start it. That's the
yeah, it's like gallons per mile, not miles per gallon. So
Oh, don't worry. A mate of mine, he had that model VC Commodore. It had a fully worked, blueprinted 351 in it. It literally took a bloody 20-liter drum to start the damn thing. But holy shit, did it go!
oh yeah, those mid-size 8s. I just recently, my sister just recently sold my late brother's car. It was a 71 Dodge Challenger, and it had a 340 cubic inch block. I don't know what that is in terms of.
It was a 354 Chevy.
Yeah, it was. I think that'd be a 5 liter.
5.6.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
it would have been 4.6, yeah.
And that little engine, it was all factory, and this thing was a beast. I mean, it was so powerful. And she had me drive it one time, and I was like, no, man, it was such a beautiful car. We sold it because she couldn't afford the cost of it anymore, but it was all mint, and it's a lot of money to maintain those old cars. You got to be ready to have time to repair them, money to repair them, and place
Tell me it was numbers matching.
numbers
Don't
matching.
tell
Can
me
you
it
help
had
me
the
with that?
original engine in it.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It was all original. The car was totally mint. It was bought out of the. It had to. In fact, the guy my brother bought it from, who was his best friend, it still had the original dealership sticker that was he had it removed from the side window, and he had it in the folder where the title and all the official, legal documents were
Somebody's sitting on a gold mine.
Well, not anymore. We sold it. My sister had to sell it.
Yeah, but whoever brought it sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
Anyway, bitches, love you all.
If you got the factory builder's ticket with it,
That's the Commodore there.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's a nice car. Yeah.
It is. It's Holden.
Yeah.
Guys, it's 5 minutes to game time. This is my religion. You all know that. Go the Mighty Eels.
Yeah.
You are all awesome. I'll catch you next week. I'll send out all the links. And take care. And I'll let you guys run as long as you want because you're all adults. So take care, boys and girls. If you need it,
keep your mouth shut.
My number. Be good. Thanks for watching and take care.
I'll try, Buff.
Yippee. See you, Jason.
Okay.
That's my.
All
That's
right,
my
Paulie,
little
you're
point.
in charge.
Right, I got to go cook dinner for Mum.
Oh, you what?
All right.
Someone's got a feeder.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Let the party begin.
All right, we'll put Wombat in charge then.
Yeah, Womat's in charge.
That's scary, Bilge.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you next time.
take
All
care.
right, later, Paulie.
There, Bob.
Now there's just us four, or I should say three Aussies and an American.
And a Canadian.
Nah, you forgot the Canuck.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Where
You can't-
are you?
Saskatchewan.
Oh, Saskatchewan. Okay. All right.
I'm surprised you said it right.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember. You're in between Alberta and Manitoba.
Manitoba, correct.
Right. Yeah. I know that because when I was a kid, all we watched was Chicago Blackhawks hockey, and so back then all the great teams were in Canada, so we were always watching. The Hawks playing in places like Montreal and Toronto, and then along came Edmonton and Calgary and Vancouver and Winnipeg. So that's how I got to know the map of Canada, at least as far as I can tell. So
Nice.
there's not enough pro hockey teams in Canada. That's their sport, and it's gone corporate. So
Right.
they're opening up in places like Tampa Bay and Columbus, Ohio. Those aren't hockey cities.
No.
It's a shame you don't have you need an NHL franchise in Quebec. You got to have that. You got to have
We
that.
had one. We had one.
Right.
Quebec had one.
Right.
They screwed themselves, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on in Canada, but in America, what's happening is that a lot of pro teams are turning toward their communities and saying, look, if you want us to stay, we need X amount of millions of dollars from you to finance our stadium. And a lot of communities are saying no. There's a hot topic going on here in Chicago about financing a new football stadium for our football team. And it's going on across the nation. Communities are just saying, no, you guys are rich billionaire owners. Build your own stadium. So there's a lot of tug of war about that because people are attached to their franchises, but if they're not financed, they'll move to another city. That's what happened with the Nordiques, and it happened with the Expos.
Well, exactly. Same thing. That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Happened with Nordiques, happened with the Expos. And that same province is trying to do the same thing with the Montreal Canadiens.
And the Jets. The Jets wound
And
up.
the Jets are safe. Nobody's touching the
they
Jets.
became what happened? They became the Phoenix Coyotes or something like that. Were they the team that moved down there? I think they. Yeah, and then the Winnipeg Jets later. Yeah.
Yeah, they came back as the Jets, and they're never leaving again.
Well, I hope not, because
that was a bunch of BS. But
Well, you know what it is. It's all about the dollar. You get an owner that has someone flash enough cash in front of their face, and they'll move them to Nome,
But
Alaska.
that was the thing. That was it was a millionaire that took over them when we were dropping. And then that guy decided, well, no, you guys don't want it. You guys don't deserve them. I'm going to sell them.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes most places.
And where's that millionaire now? He doesn't live in Canada.
Well, you know, some of these guys they wind up getting exposed as frauds. They wind up having faulty sources of income, and so they're once they're called on their loans or whatever, the whole thing folds. Like the guy who used to own the Los Angeles Kings, Wayne Gretzky's friend, Bruce McNall.
Bruce McNall, yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who engineered that trade to get Gretzky down to L.A., and it was a great thing for hockey until they realized McNall didn't have the money to back up the franchise.
He doesn't have the cash.
Yeah, exactly.
He was looking for a backup along the way.
Yeah. So
sounds like a lot like capitalism to me.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Exactly. So what?
That's when I stopped watching hockey.
I used to watch a lot of it, but since everything's gone towards streaming, you know, ESPN and other networks offer their product via internet streaming. Not that I have a problem with that. It's not that I'm technology paranoid. It's just that it's so expensive. I mean, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. Before I know it, my wallet's empty. So I'll only go so far for pay television.
Well, you know how you guys have got your NASCAR, right?
Yes.
Here we've got what we call V8 supercars, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically, you know, it was two teams. You had Commodores and you had Fords. And what it was a factory-brought vehicle that you then did it up to race specs. You put it out on the track and you race, right? And it was a huge following. But then excuse the French, but the arse fell out of Holden. Ford just went downhill. So now they're bringing in They're bringing in Nissans, bloody Mercedes, BMWs, Mustangs, and all this shit. I don't follow it anymore because it's not the Australian V8 supercars it used to be, because the way it used to be was back in the day, the saying was, what won the race on Sunday sold on Monday.
Yeah.
No. Well, that's what NASCAR was firmly settled in domestic cars, and there was a big, well, I don't know how big, but I remember when Nissan joined. In other words, they were using Nissan. I think it was Nissan cars. I forget which one it is. See, I'm not into NASCAR as much as I used to be. Excuse me, but I know that there are some. There's one foreign car now being raced on the NASCAR circuit, and that raised a big stink, and now it doesn't matter anymore. So I think it's the corporate dollar. You know, everything's sponsored.
That's all it is.
Used to be in a lot of American racing. I'm talking way back. It used to be that you had individuals, you know, supporting their own race teams, and they had some corporate sponsors, but not a whole lot. Now everything is good because it's so expensive. I mean, running a race team has got to cost millions of dollars every year. Millions. That's just to get it up to racing. Never mind the cost of racing.
Back in the day with NASCAR, wasn't it like Chevy and Ford, or?
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was Chevy, Ford, it was GM, Ford, and Chrysler. That was your three big. Those are the big three.
We only had the two, which was G&H or your Chevys, and Ford.
Right.
And that was it. I mean, for a time there, they tried bringing in a few little. I mean, there was a few other way back because they had different classes. way back, there was like Austins and all that, but the main Class A race cars in V8 supercars was your Holdens or your GMs and your Fords.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, Chrysler. The only thing left of them that's on the race circuit is Dodge. They used to have. It used to be Chrysler Plymouth was their corporate name, and Plymouth is long gone now.
Our version of the Chrysler was the Valiant. Paulie's not here no more, but the Valiant Charger or the Dodge Charger, as you call it, we call them Valiants.
Okay.
Oh, mate, they used to give the boys a run for their money.
They were big cars too, man. Those things are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my brother had an old 70 had a 73 Charger, and the nose on that thing was, holy moly, it was like what it would be like taxiing a Spitfire around on a strip. It's all nose, you can't see around it. It's incredible. I remember driving that thing, and it was wow. But anyway, that's what it used to be. It was all domestic autos, and then the market changed and what was available changed, and I don't see complaining about it anymore as far as NASCAR having a foreign vehicle running on the circuit. I really don't know if that's a big problem or whether people have just accepted it. But like I said, everything is corporate sponsored. Everything.
I mean, for the new pups nowadays, a car's a car. But for us, older generation, that
yeah, I get it.
Like where we come from, it's like it's just not the same no more.
Well, when I was a kid,
you watch the race to see either A or B win, and you either go for A or B. And when old matey either has a mechanical failure or screws up in a turn and loses a position, you're like, yes, get in there, son.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Now it's just like every man and his friggin' dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, when growing up, we call Japanese cars. Now, this is a pretty derogatory term, I guess, but we call them rice burners.
Hey, we do down here too.
And
everybody calls them that.
If it's a four-banger, it's a rice burner.
Regular banter,
we always there were bumper stickers. I forget what it was. I can't recall, but it was very derogatory toward foreign cars. It was a very strong American, opinion about driving an American vehicle. It was it made noise. Buy something foreign. And then more European cars and then Japanese cars showed. It was a result of the gas crisis. People were turning toward alternative vehicles to get better gas mileage, so they weren't filling their tank every 2 days. And then the market kind of took hold. Where now, I mean, I drive a Subaru. Now I've got a what's it called, a Forester. I love it. It's a great car. It's strong. It's reliable. It runs well. But boy, I'll tell you what. Someone buying one of those in the mid 70s, you would have made a lot of noise on your block. People would have seen that and they would say, what the hell is that? So
sorry, Penny Pit Stop, I missed you in the comments, but g'day.
Oh, Penny's Pit Stop, right. I still got a visit.
I just happened to glance down and notice her, and it's just like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be doing multiple tasks.
It's interesting. I've been on 2 live chats, and both of them are here, and you got the sidebar with the comments in there to your right on the screen, and I maybe take a look at that every 15-20 minutes, and then I look at the names like, oh, hey, there's people out there. So
yeah,
our eyes got to look both ways.
No, see, I cheat. I've got my tablet that I use for my camera, but then I've got my phone that I've got open on YouTube with the volume 0 with the live chat up. But sometimes I just get so caught up in conversation that if I don't...
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is, yeah. You get caught up talking about something, and you realize you got 20 comments or so that's gone by. Were you in on Peter's chat earlier, Oz?
No, I skipped Oz this morning to go hang out with Got Fuels.
Okay, yeah, the way he's got his schedule now, he's like I said, he's 12 hours ahead of me. So if it's 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon for me, it's 4 a.m. Sunday morning for him. But he's been doing it regularly, so I tune in right before dinner time for me. And yeah, he was talking about his newest project, that mini art tank he bought.
The Lee tank, yeah.
M3 Lee. Yeah, it looks like a nice model. I mean, I haven't built a mini art kit, but it looks like a nice kit.
There's a bloke I follow, Jeff Donahue. He's built a lot of mini art stuff.
Yes, Jeff is a great modeler. I'm following his build right now with that German, that massive truck with the 88 millimeter on the back.
Yeah, he's doing
I like the way he does his video posts. He does it 1 or 2 steps in the drawing, in the instructions, and goes through that. It makes it a lot easier to follow.
Informative.
Yeah, he's a good modeler. I just recently, I mean, I'd seen him on many live chats, his name, and then finally I tuned into his channel, and yeah, he builds a lot of stuff I like. He builds all those tank transporters and those neat military things.
There's another British builder, Nigel's Model Bench.
Yep.
He does similar work, but it's a bit more for like the newer modeler, where he'll go into detail on, how and why he does things and stuff like that. Yeah,
I've been following Nigel for year or so, maybe a little more. It's incredible. I mean, I for me, the internet's totally opened up the modeling world for me. I mean, here I am talking to, Canada and Australia, and when I'm in a live chat, I'm talking to people all around the world. We're talking models. Before this, it was just me building my kits, and there they are in my display case, and there's not many people in my immediate circle of friends or community
that get to see
plastic models that you can share them with, outside of maybe sharing a photograph or two. Over my phone, I'll send a message or a picture via text to someone. But now it's like, well, you guys just saw a tour of some of my work, and I'm seeing yours, and this is great. I mean, I love it. I love hanging out in live chats. You just talk shop. It's fun as hell. I mean, it's great.
Well, it's the same here for me, because I'm actually I'm in a rural setting. I'm half an hour from town. So it's not like I can just walk outside and knock on the neighbour's door. That don't happen for me. So it's like, for me to share my work, I need this platform.
Yeah. Well, just to stay in communication, I'm sure, with some of your friends right there in Australia.
Well, you're basically looking at who I communicate with.
Yeah. Okay.
Because,
I tell you what,
the community in my area is, unless you're into RC cars, it's about it.
Yeah. That's that's one thing that's it's got a big following is RC. It's pretty popular here in America too, but it's the big scale stuff. With like Tamiya. Think about Tamiya, excuse me.
Tamiya, you said it right the first time.
I've heard both, so I try to be I try to practice both, because I said for years, I said Tamiya, and then I heard.
That's all right. I'm still waiting for a Yank to be able to say Melbourne properly.
Melbourne, is that close?
Melbourne.
Trust me, living only an hour from Melbourne, hearing people mispronounce it just drives me nuts.
Well, we here in my aunt and uncle moved to a community in Arizona called Prescott. It's spelled Prescott. Right. Well, it's pronounced Prescott. That's how you say it.
Prescott.
There you go. The natives say it. Kind of like Well, I mean, like I often say to the Englishmen I talk to, it's like we are two people separated by a common language. Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham.
Right,
Birmingham.
exactly. Decals, decals. You know, pick your word. What bothers me is that I hear this a lot from some British modelers is when they go to places like Telford or these big meets where people from all around the world come together. You got these big blowhole Americans telling everyone how to pronounce words. You know, it's like, no. We say it like this in America, so you should say it. It's like, screw you, buddy. Just what does it matter? Just let them say it the way it's supposed to be, you know? In fact, why don't you try and be a little bit more friendly and honor the native custom in the country you're in? How about that? You know?
It's like listening to people trying to say Edinburgh.
You know, for the longest time, I called it Edinburgh until
Edinburgh.
until I heard people say Edinburgh, and I mess it all up. I say Edinburgh.
What about?
I'm over half Scottish.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what about Worcestershire?
When it comes to the Scott language, I'm bloody good at it.
What about what we just say Worcestershire? Yeah.
Worcestershire.
Yeah. I get caught up with that saying the R. I say the R when I guess I should let that go, right? It should be Worcestershire instead of Worcestershire.
Exactly.
Arkansas.
Pardon me. What did you say?
Arkansas.
Oh, right. Arkansas. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know where that one came from. Is that a European name, Arkansas, or was that because when I was a kid and I saw Arkansas on the map in my geography class, I called it Arkansas.
Oh my God! It's Crocodile Dundee.
This is like, Bill, we've got the advantage that in Australia we grew up with British and American television. As kids, so we got both sides. Whereas, as you were saying before, with the American, you didn't get as much of the British television necessarily, and you certainly wouldn't have got very, very much Aussie TV, if anything.
No, none at all. No, it was like I said, what Australian television British television I saw was you know, and not necessarily when this stuff was new. It wasn't being broadcast brand new to America. It was being broadcast when they could get seasons worth of Dave Allen, or you know what used to puzzle me when I was a kid is that, you know, we just talk about what how words are pronounced. It's also what words mean. You know, different words mean different things. And Dave Allen, who's an Irishman, would tell these Irish pub jokes, and the crowd would explode in laughter. And me and my friends, we'd be watching, be like, "What's so funny about that? What we didn't get the punchline." So, my friend, one of my friends, his father was born and raised in Ireland, and one time we watched it with him, and he was laughing along with them, and we were still. He was like, "Look, if I got to explain it to you, it ruins the joke, so I can't help you out. You just got to watch it and have fun." So we used to go along. It was like, okay, you know. But then we found out, you know, like, words like bum. You say bum, and the English are just exploding with laughter. Me bum. Oh, did we go out? Okay, there we are. So yeah, I mean, it's all in the it's all in what the words mean according to what part of the world you're in. So, I mean, like in America, it's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and someone says, and in the UK they might say ass. They're gonna kick my ass. I think it means something else, right? I mean, is it what I'm thinking of? Is that it's a donkey or a burro?
No,
ass?
down here, if someone's going to kick your ass, it means they're going to punch your friggin' lights out.
Yeah, well, that's what it sounds like here in America too. You know, but I think it has a different connotation in
donkey
in the UK.
Sorry.
What are we watching over there?
Is that
It looks like an
Crocodile
Aussie
Dundee?
movie, judging by the singlet.
Hey, Gilly, are you watching Crocodile Dundee?
I was about to say. Looks like it.
Oh, okay, all right. I hadn't seen that film in so long. I didn't know what I was looking at.
Yep, that's Crocky Dundee.
Hey, doesn't it look like freaking?
Well, the best
Alex?
hairstyle ladies can offer.
Oh, don't worry, you still got to do the baggage check down here sometimes.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to bail. I'll catch you
All right,
next
well,
week.
we might call
I'm sorry about that, guys.
because I'm not going to be the only Anzac left.
Okay, well, we can call it. That's for sure. Okay, guys, that's no problem. It was great, great hanging with you, though. It was good chat time. So thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate it.
No,
Thanks.
well, hey,
Good to see you.
we'll have more time next week.
Yeah,
If we're
yeah.
starting
This is
earlier.
fun. This is great. I mean, to get my ugly mug on television, I'm famous here in America. All I got to do is just tell people to go to Aussie Scale Modeler, and they'll see my bald head on TV. So I've made
Aussie
it.
Modelers Live.
Aussie Modeler Live, excuse me. Yeah, I told people last week. I said, hey, I made my debut on Australian television a couple of weeks ago. So I'll tell people where they can go to see me, but they won't watch long. So anyway, okay, guys. Well, good talking to you. Have a great Sunday. The rest of your Sunday. For me, it's just beginning. So we'll talk next week then.
That's all right. I'm going to go to work in a couple of hours.
Oh man.
Hey, Bilge, I won't rub it in on 2 weeks' leave, mate.
Read between the lines.
Hey, I'm hoping it means I get some more time at the bench.
Hey, that sounds like a
All
great
right,
idea.
guys. Well, till next time, be good or be good at it.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. See you next week.
See you guys.
All right. Laters.
All right, chaps. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be so rude about watching Crocodile Dundee. Be cool.